All right, Friday, January 8th, as the market is closed. And let's see what happened today. Big movers continue, small caps, some higher price stocks, just been on a very good run. The Dow finished plus 56 today. As I'm looking at the ticker here, S&P plus 20, NASDAQ plus 134. Let's see the VIX. VIX is at 2146. So that's where we stand right now. All right, let's take a look at what happened in small cap land. I think I'm going to do a few videos this weekend. A lot of small caps have been on fire. Longer range, maybe for like swing trades if you're interested. And, Bitcoin, a video. I'll do a few different videos this week. All right, let's take a look what happened in small cap land. Now, I had this on a video. This was, if it was the last few days. I pointed this out, LMFA. You have the big gap here to 3. This spiked back in June, came back, and look at this. Look at this channel. It's a clear channel. Look where the low is, 50 cents. Channel, you have 1, 2, there's your third explosion. Usually third or fourth touch, it will explode. It's not guaranteed. 192 million in volume. Look at that volume, incredible. We're still going after hours. This could reach up to near 250. This could fill the gap next week, even today, who knows? And look at the 5-minute here. This broke out right here at 1. Remember, 1 is the most significant number in penny stock land. Excuse me. And then this came right back to 1 right here off this move. Look at this 5-minute chart. 13 EMA. Look where we touch. 1, 20 EMA. Is it? Moving averages rise. Look at the price. Price consolidating here. Not straight down. And of course, look where we touch. It's just the way it's working, these moving averages, it's just like everyone's seeing the same thing. It's been hitting these points. We rode up, pull back, rode up again. That was the 5-minute. 10 minutes even better. Look at this. We didn't even touch the 13 EMA. It's just clearly taking off. Was there news on this? LM Funding announces filing of SPAC registration statement. That was 12:30 p.m. today. So that is obviously good news. And this like 12 million in float. And the main thing too on these when they move, now you're looking here, okay, I tried to move here, it didn't happen, came back in. Eventually these are going to break up. The way the market is too, the market's not down. This was a downtrend. A lot of these will probably still go down, bounce, down, bounce. Now they're down and all moving up with big moves at this point. So next week, I don't know if we're going to fill this 3 today. Who knows? This has great potential to keep going. So, and again, once you're in long here, this is a great long all day. This wasn't a straight up move. This was a decent move, and with dip buying, pretty simple as that. I need water. Being in the house all the time. Oh my God. You got to move to Florida. It's just so dry up in the north too. Humidity is like 29%. Jesus Christ. All right, here's another one. Let's look at LGHL. This was 4:05 a.m. Look at this pop. Now you have a pretty straight up pop. This is pretty much middle level, sort of middle higher. Then move up, and there it is. Here's your range from here to here. And look at this. It'll bounce. It's a fade. Draw your line. Never gets over this line. It's a fake right here. You know what I mean? When you see these over and over, you know it's a fake out. Then this bounces up. So it's a great short. And it's all the timing. When do these move? It's going to move low here, here. It just depends where it moves. APDN, look at this. 650, 11, 12. This is straight up move here. Was there news on this? US FDA lists applied DNA's linear COVID-19 assay kit as one of 2 EUA authorized tests to be able to detect SG mutation found in SARS. So that was 143 today. Big news for this. And look at this move. And you can put this move right here, draw your lines. Again, look how these lines connect. The charts don't lie, I'm sorry. You know, watching these charts for over, well, since 2006 now, make it rated 5. You know, for years now, understand these charts. Here's the big move. These are longer term charts too, the way they move. See this here? You know, bounce down, reverse split. Look at these spikes, spike, spike. You're like, why is it spiking here? Because that's a trend line. You know, there's all kinds of spikes, so it's not easy to connect, but this was the last highest move right here. And then we connect down, and then we spike up today 20 million. And you know, when you draw this and this, you know, eventually there'll be a spike here as long as this is holding. So that's important to recognize. And this is momentum. If you see that news, jump in fast. Keep your stop because it's legitimate news at that point. Now here's Cnet. This was the top gainer before all this. You know, constant moves. This had news yesterday. Yeah, this moved up 275, pull back to 225. Now again, what do you see on this? You're going to draw your line. Draw your line right here. You just want to draw it at an angle. When you see here, now people are like, you draw a line here. Yes, it's a very short line. And then it's bounced up, but what happened? It didn't have the next move. If you go line to line, see this down, it's probably going to bounce up here, maybe in the middle, bounce before it comes up, and you draw your line here. Look at this. This is a wedge, or you can make it a triangle. And that's why early pre-market, you just don't want to get in early pre-market. Sometimes it's 7, that's very early. Wait till 8 or 9 at least. Let it develop a pattern. The development of a pattern is one of the most important things. And then what do you see here? This starts to roll over the 5-10 minute and really goes up here. Look at this takeoff. And every time, again, look, 13 touches. Now go to the 10 minute. See this? You have a line here. Your line could be here. And right at 250, look at this. Then we touch that 13 and takes off. So it's a very good long. And that's the main thing, clearing over. And again, if you see this, people are jumping in right here. So you can draw your line here. You know, this is a quicker line, and this goes to here, the 250. But look what happens. It still goes down and bounces. It's going to do the range of an angle. See, any kind of angle like this, see as a wedge, you're going to have points. This is too short of a wedge. It's always going to be this. If you draw it right here, draw this. Look at this. See, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're usually, I'm looking at my chart patterns, I got all kinds of triangles. 5 points is the main point. Now, it doesn't happen that way, not all the time. But your main thing is giving it time. Just don't jump in. Give it time, see what it does. You're seeing this. You want this over this 1320 EMA. This is on the 10 minute, and we explode up. And remember, early pre-market's never really good. You want to wait for it to develop. Now, this happened right at 8, 9. And it's coming from low to high, which is still good. That's, remember, a higher probability. So, you know, this isn't easy. You just, sometimes it's not that easy to recognize. Or you could do this too. You above high a day break, which will be 270. And this comes down, and look where it comes to it too. See this 225 line? That was the first break right here. And then they pull back a little bit. See this? Didn't go straight up, pulled back, up, pulled back, and then took off. So this is another great long today. And the market really bounced off tough. We're at 71 on RSI, extremely overbought. And then the money flows at 65. We're at 90 at stochastics, very high. CCI is at 206 in the SPY. So everything's just very high up here. Now, when will we dump? Who knows? All right, let's go back to now PTE. Now you draw this down. This is sort of, now when you scroll this too, see this is low, it brings us low. It's just like middle. Depends on your screen too. Because this is actually yesterday. So I'm gonna bring it down lower right here. See this 105, 145, this grind it back and forth. So it was a tougher move. Here is VIH. See this? Again, see this gap up? The move's already made. Then we're going down. You'll bounce a little bit, but that's the move. That's the move for a short, or you know it's not going higher most of the time. High probability that it won't. And here's JAGX. This has really been rolling. Now right here pre-market, touch your today's open, 20 EMA, back here, bouncing. Look at this line right here. That's a nice triangle. Again, it breaks up. And there we go. Look at this long too. Look at the volume on the up days. This is all long. This is way above its 13 EMA now too. So you gotta be careful. Now, where will this go? Yeah, 456. You have a lot of moves right here at 10. This is going back to last year, but yeah, this is on a very bullish run right now. Archon, this is exploding after hours. TRXC, this was grinding low, low, grinding up, came down, up, and this has really been on fire right here. See this fill in this gap at 1? And look at the pullback again. Big move. Look at these candles right here. Here it's touching almost 13 EMA and exploding up. Now, where could this go? A lot of resistance here. That 125, 150. KVGR. See these candles? I think it's misprint. Very choppy here, though. BGI. As soon as you get above, see this? We're above 13 EMA. And these are, it's hard to say. This is a straight up move. See how it's more straight up? Some of the moves are more curvy, snake-like. So it just depends on the move, too. That was a pretty good long. GSAT, touching back and forth, came to 48. This is not the best of longs or shorts. Not other plays were better. BRQS is moving. Look at this chart too. Again, now these lines are so high, but you're trying to connect as many points. So look at this from just below 1. Look at this since last year. Tightening wedge or tightening triangle, tightening descending triangle right here. So this is tight, this is tight, this is tight. Where's it going to break out? Now, is it going to go full range here? It's hard to say. It's touching this line. We'll see next week. This could really explode up here. So longer term, this is going to explode up. There's no doubt, unless we get some crazy news. Yeah. The connection points are getting higher now. You got to draw this down. Trying to connect so here to here on the wick here. See, this is the higher part of the wick. Low, I think right here is the last. We're at 950 right now, or 750 after hours. Where are we at right now? Oh, we came down. I'm sorry. This is the last 550. There was the close, I believe. Yeah, because we're in. I'm screwing this up. I'm sorry. There is the low of the day, high of the day. And then right here is where we're at right now, 750. Now this was pre-market. This one's a little bit tougher too. It came down here, 8, exploded up, and faded. So whatever the move is, it is. So this move here to here, then look at this candle, and that was it. They took it short. It's all right there. Big volume now. Look at this volume. There's the high wick, low wick, your full body. And it's good at MVFY. Straight up move. EQOS. 750, excuse me, 1750 up. 1850, then we're up 2150. Look at this chart. Again, this is staying elevated. A lot of these stocks are just pumped. These SPACs, small caps. You know, I think when the market pulls back hard, I'm not sure of a crash, but just a huge pullback, you know, Bitcoin, everything's going to just really come down hard. I'm not sure what's going to lead it, but. And look at this runner. Let me see here. This is ACST. We called this too. Filled this gap here, pull back here. And look at this ride up here. Each time these wicks are getting higher, the lows getting higher. This is filling nicely. You know, look for this to continue next week. ALDX. Look at this. 2 big candles, big volume. There's your 875, pull back to 875, and then we took off long. Here is IPDN, former runner. Today's open, yesterday's close. This takes off, chops around, consolidating, explodes up, pull back to 13 EMA, explodes up, then we fade. You can see this here. That was a few days ago. We're staying above that 2 level. Very important. IZA, another run. See these low to high runs? This is low. That's why each chart is so different. You know, there's nothing to explain about this pre-market. Look at the line here. It just kept holding that between this 180, 185. Start to get over. Take off. There's a cross, reverse. How far do we go? 13, could be to 20 EMA. And we take off again. Now, a lot of these, the way the stock market is right now, everything's just so full, long. You know, this might not hold. This might not hold. Eventually, they might go down. That might not work, this pattern, but it's working. It's been working a while. RESN, take off long. Here's HOFV. Let me see here. Yeah, we called this 2 into the gap. This move, and look, we touched 1320 EMA. Look at this hug 150 downward. Filling. GRNQ. Sharp move pre-market to a fade. And this does this too. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tremendous amount of spikes in this. A lot of times when you see these don't hold these spikes, you have to be aware of that in the daily chart. Always look at the daily chart, how it runs. Current, I called this. Look at the volume last 3 days right here. I had this in my videos. I said, oh, stock quotes, this was going to 6. And where do you see 6? That's why. Trend line. You know, this doesn't hold. You can draw it here, maybe here, and there's another one. Now we're going to spike through. Yeah, it's hard to say. But from here to here was a great move. Here's Mara continuing. I think this is blockchain. Look at this run from 2 to 28. This is a tremendous run. The market's very, very just out of control right now on these stocks. Some of these stocks are crazy. QD. Here's Very. Again, wedge. Hugs below 10, explodes. A great long. There's Pola. This is a former runner too. Look at the trend line here. I can make this probably a little bit tighter now. See this? Excuse me. And draw this right here. Let's see how this connects. I guess right here. This was a falling wedge, break up, up, up. Look at the low. The lows keep getting higher on this. This must be a new IPO, MRN. ANT works. This faded from yesterday pre-market. You can see this stock was holding. They had, I think the SEC investigated because, you know, why this moved so much. It's sort of a pump. This came back out like before December and exploded again. I don't think there was news on it though. There's tech. All right, so that's the main runners. Anything moving after hours? CMRX. Yeah, this isn't after hours. TagX. No, we went through them. So again, the market today, big runners, big gainers. You know, from penny stocks to, you know, 10, 8, 5. I'm seeing a lot of stuff here. So the market's still on fire right now. And again, it's all your gainers, your top gainers. The market's very long bias right now too. Even the shorts, and a lot of shorts aren't working necessarily. I mean, there's individual stocks, but like this stock, look at this on fire, man. Draw your line right here, or you can draw it this way, and then you have over under like 135, and there's your dip. When you play it this way too, so you need to go over under since you're higher day. This is where you're at right now. You just look at it. People are like, oh, I missed the move. No, not necessarily. This was the news that broke out, and you're going to watch it. If it goes straight up, you missed it. Unless you want to jump in extremely fast, you go down here to 1, and then why does he touch 1? 1's a significant number in penny stock land, the most significant. And then here's your 13 MA, here's your 20, and look where they touch. Coincidence? Nope. And then your 13 is above your 20. This whole ride up, there's no sell. Has to prove it's going to break, and that's the 5-minute. Look at the 10-minute. It's not even close to it. It doesn't even touch. And then we move up, and there you have it. So you can play it this way too. That's what I was saying. High day breaks, so you're playing the dip. You can play it, you know, as it's going up, play the break. And then you can take this out too, and you can play, you know, down here where this breaks up for the dip and on that triangle. So that's how you can play it on that. All right, so that's the movers again. Small caps are on fire. You get people they'll be afraid of these small caps. I've been watching them for years now, years. 50 cents to, you know, $10. You could say maybe 20, but the way they move is so, you know, you're 1, 50 cents to all the way up. They get run by quarter lines. It's the same patterns over and over. See, this is a low move, low to high, and then this was a low to high, but look where it happened now, pre-market. Then it's busted its move from here, then it's out. It like fizzled out because this was the main move. It went too far from here to here and then fades. Where's the other moves here? DHI. Here, see, high. This started high. This gapped up so much. And then fade, tried to bring it up a little bit again. And the move was so strong. See this, it gapped up way too much. That's the problem. When it gaps up too high, there's nowhere to go with it except down or sideways for the most part. That's why the patterns are from low to high pre-market, then it's done. If it starts, further pre-market out here, then there's a chance to go higher. If it starts middle, it could go down, keep going or sideways, or it could go down and bounce, or it could go middle, bounce to high. So middle's can go two ways. Usually high is going to go here, bounce, and fade all the way, or fade sideways. So it's the same patterns. All right, let's take a look at the SPY. This keeps getting higher and higher. So I'm drawing these trend lines, trying to make them connect. And we just keep getting higher and higher. See right here, I'm trying to connect from, 2019 now. Let me draw this line, see where this goes here. This one's way back from 2018, so it's hard to connect these exactly. This is a bigger trend line. We just keep going up, man. The further we go up now, look at that. Draw this from here to here. Let's draw this here to here. That looks like another wedge. And we're getting these wedges. The market came back a little bit today because I believe Senator of West Virginia said he would oppose $2,000 checks, stimulus. The market didn't like that at all. Look at the 5-minute. We dropped hard here. And then we came back where he said, oh, he's undecided. I went on his website. Basically, he's saying, the $2,000 checks he doesn't oppose. He's saying that he wants it that the people deserve it. So I understand what he means, like people who are, just say making $100,000 a year, they don't deserve it. But you don't know them. You don't know what anyone's making, what their situation is. They could have a business. They might have a job and their business is collapsing, or, because of COVID, you don't know what's going on. So now here's the this is a big wedge, rising wedge here, here. And then we've passed March, we just keep going up. It looks like we're just going to get another drop sometime. I don't know where. And let's get the other chart right here. This is all my moving averages. See the 200-day? 200 days at 326. We're at 381. We're so far away from that. Trend line's about that 100-day. We're just exploding up now. We did sideways, sort of moving back and forth. Every time it looked like we're going to hit that low. This 20 is holding now. This 20 EMA. We've crossed over MACD. The market is completely pumped. We're totally printing money. I have no doubt we're going to see stimulus 2,000, maybe more as the year goes on. I don't think this vaccine rollout's going to be 100% effective. There's a new variant of COVID. They say it's even worse. I heard 2 restaurants, I'm in Philadelphia, they're having outdoor dining already for a year. They're already saying it's only January. They're going to anticipate outdoor dining the full year. That means indoor dining, they already must be saying 50%. They're not going to go over that, I guess. That's insane. It's already the start of the year. I think more of the same this year. You're going to have a lot of craziness in the market, and with COVID and the political unrest. I think this continues the way things are going. And you can see here, this is daily. It's pretty incredible. See this? Elliott wave's a stronger long-term trend. We hit that in March. A few dips here. We've been steady here. We're getting very overbought again. It doesn't seem to matter at this point. Let's go to the quarterly. This is a straight. If this isn't a rising wedge, nothing is. Look at this on the quarterly. We're straight up. That means, again, is something going to happen like 2008, 2002? I don't know. That was a longer term. See these flash moves? They went down so fast. They were quick moves. This could be another quick move down if we get some sort of drop. I don't know what's going to cause it. You don't know. Just like no one thought COVID, there's going to be something. 2018 or something, 2019 or something, 2020 or something. We've had a drop now every year, a big one, and I suspect one this year, the way we're going, where everything's coming out. Look at it. You can see this triangle from 2019, 2018. These are all rising wedges. And, you know, what will drop? We don't know at this point. All right, so there's a SPY. Here's the VIX. Now the VIX is staying above that 20. You know, the 200 days coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4 days. We went down now. So it's pulling back the VIX. Here's UVXY. This is falling now. This one sideways. Every time I try to bounce, there's a big candle, then down again. So this is really you know, struggling to break this trend line. Big longer term trend line, and the low, it's just we keep getting lower in this right now. So, you know, the move is not the move right now for the market to fail. At some time it will. Everyone's been saying it. We just don't know at this point. All right, so that's it for today. We're going to do some other videos later on inverse ETFs and the bullish ETFs and some other trades in these small caps because the market is so hot. We'll look at some possibilities of buy sell levels, you know, where these can go. I'm on Mike Cayman Trade StockTwits, Mike Cayman or Mike 007 Twitter, Instagram, Mike Cayman 98. And please subscribe to the channel. Mike Cayman Trade YouTube. Peace.